Okay. Says I'm live. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo. What's going on out there? See if you can hear me and all that. Ooh. How's it going out there, everybody? So this is a live stream dedicated to Southern Rock. Southern Rock, that was me in cloned voice. How's everyone doing out there? Hopefully you can hear me all right. I'm going to hear the feedback about that in a second. But yeah, Southern Rock. So what's your favorite Southern Rock band? Is it Lynyrd Skynrd, or is it the Allman Brothers? I'm going to play some tunes with my looper that kind of jam out, and I'll show you how to do them. But we got to start. We working? Yeah, so do you like Lynyrd Skynyrd more or Allman Brothers? I was always more of an Allman Brothers guy, but I love I like both bands, so I don't have a problem with either. But I really learned guitar playing to the Allman Brothers, so that's a big part of it. But anyway, I'm gonna use my looper here, and let's see what happens. Oh, gotta turn that loop off. I got Brian here. What's up, Brian?
Hello, fellas.
How's it working?
Working good. Trying to find the live stream on here.
Oh, yeah. Good. All right. So, looper, here we go. Let's see what happens. Ungraceful ending there, but that's what live is all about. How we doing over there, Brian? Are you like not finding it?
We're doing good. No, I'm on it. Reading the messages.
Oh, okay. Anything good? Anything that we want to talk about? I have some things
There's
to
some,
plug.
Definitely some not Southern rock bands that people have put as their favorite.
Okay, good to
Motley
know.
Crue, not Southern rock.
They're not Southern rock, but they're a great rock band. Oh yeah, so let's see. So a lot of the stuff that comes from that, and that was Freebird, by the way. So at least people can't shout out Freebird the whole time now, right? Well, they still
They
can.
still could.
They still could, but I already played it, so at least I can say I already did that one. So if you're tuning in right now, we just opened with Freebird to get that out of the way. I'm talking about Southern rock, and I'm just curious. Maybe I'll count them up later. Which is your favorite band, Lynyrd Skynrd or Allman Brothers? I always learned more with the Allman Brothers in my time, but you know, up to you guys. Yeah, Freebird. So real quick, the newest lesson course that I have ever made. It was finished only a couple months ago, called the Tasty Zone at martymusic.com. Only for the people watching my live stream. Am I letting you guys know I'm going to give you guys 30% off of that course with the checkout code Tasty Zone, all caps, Tasty Zone, all caps, 30% off the Tasty Zone bundle using all caps checkout code Tasty Zone, 30% off, and it's only for you guys. I'm not going to let anyone know, and I'm going to shut it off once all the live streaming's over. I'm only live streaming on YouTube right now. The technical difficulties I've had sometimes are frustrating, especially when I'm streaming to multiple things. So what I've decided to do is just stream to YouTube from like 1 to 1:30 Pacific time, and then at 1:30, or whenever this is done, I'm going to chime in and just do like a follow-up with the Facebook people. So if you're wondering, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, so real quick, 30% off my Tasty Zone bundle with the checkout code Tasty Zone, all caps, only for you guys. And it covers like mixing the major and minor, pentatonics. The BB box. There's a whole course on the BB box. Tasty Zone, all caps, 30% off. Okay, moving on. September 30th in New York City, I'm going to be playing a show, a concert or live music event at the Iridium in New York, September 30th. And those are real fun shows. I keep coming back. I've been playing there about 2 times a year for the last few years. And they're super fun because it's not a very big venue. So the whole point is not for me to just go up there and play a show. If any of you guys have been that are watching right now, you know I always have a really cool special guests. In the past, I had a Taz, Brandon Niederauer. I've always had great other musicians come up and guitar players. So September 30th at the Iridium. I think tickets go on sale Tuesday. But then the other thing about those shows is because it's small, I hang out with everybody. I meet everyone that shows up. I talk to about guitar. I mean, I'm there. I'm not hiding out backstage. If I'm not playing, I'm out there among everybody, rapping and chatting and thanking you for coming and all that. So it's been really fun. So it's a way for me to like meet people that watch the videos, and I get to thank you guys in person. So September 30th at the Iridium in New York. I'll be plugging it more in the future, but tickets go on sale Tuesday, and it's really fun. I'll have my buddy Jamie Allensworth, the full band, some special guests that I've already booked. I've already booked some special guests, Brian.
Nice.
Yeah. More than one, actually.
More than one?
Yeah, I won't tell you right now. But they won't disappoint you. That's a good question. What happened to the room? Said James Hammond. You're referring to my room with the couch and the paintings behind it. Well, what happened was that was my studio, and a new tenant moved in next door, and they were chain smokers, and the cigarette smoke was leaking into my office, and I tried for a few months to massage that situation, but my whole place was smelling. My eyes were irritated. It just wasn't pleasant, and it wasn't going to get fixed all the way. And my lease was up, so I moved out. I loved the place, but that wasn't going to work for me. So I moved out. I'm back in my garage where it all began because I couldn't find a new office that was right. A lot of them were concerned about the volume. A lot of them were concerned about the... Yes, someone said new tenants suck. Yes, they do. Ring finger. No, they really did suck. They did suck. It was a real bummer. But anyway, I'm back in my garage until I figure out what I'm gonna do. But I am gonna save in rent money because it was not like a cheap place. So now I'm back home. So that's one plus side. The other plus side is I can just wake up, walk downstairs, and when I'm inspired, I can just run right in here and film. But, also, as Brian knows, there's not as much space. It's much more cramped in here. But, right, Brian?
It brings us closer.
It brings us closer together. That's right.
Gustav Anderson wants to know what classifies as Southern rock.
I was going to ask you guys that. Really, to me, Southern rock is just Lynyrd Skynrd and the Allman Brothers. But really it's
Black Rose
yeah, one thing is the band comes from the South. That is one thing.
That's where Neil Young, there's been some Neil Youngs and he's
yeah,
quasi.
exactly. So one is typically, the original Southern rock is that they were bands that came from the South, and they were really playing just classic rock, but because they came from the South, their influences, even though they were playing rock music, they had a little bit of just Southern music in there and Southern culture.
You can hear it.
You can hear it. It's like the Southern culture in their upbringing that just comes out in that music, actually another good analogy, which is completely different, is like East Coast rap versus West Coast rap. I don't want to get into the East Coast versus West Coast war here. Maybe I'm even getting myself into trouble now. No, I'm just kidding. But you can hear bands from California, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, or the Mother Hips, for that matter, sound different than bands that, like the Ramones, that were from New York City. So it's just kind of a subdivision of culture in music. But I would say... ultimately, to me, it means Lynyrd Skynyrd and the Allman Brothers, for today anyway. That's what it means. But there's just a little bit of country in there, a Southern sound like slide guitar, some twang. Yeah.
Black Crows from the South?
They are actually, yeah.
Okay.
Georgia, yeah. And they sure are, Brian.
I feel like they definitely have that Southern rock.
Oh, absolutely. loop. There we go. Damn it. Oh, Freebird! I did it already. Freebird, I did it. Down in NOLA, Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge, Sweet Home Alabama, you sassy beast. Play Back in Black. What chord is that? Yeah, what was that? Sweet Home Alabama. Oh yeah, loop is cool. Yeah, so about the loop thing, what's kind of fun on that, just for jamming, is the main part of Whipping Post is in 6. The intro is actually in 11, which is weird, but the jam part, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could actually start with that percussive thing. So you got that. Then you have a bass line that's really just A with a little pentatonic walk down. Check it out. There's that. I'll turn that off. And then something that is so cool about the progression that's overlooked a lot is that the first chord is actually A major. How are you? Everything good?
That's great.
So you can play little triads. It's really what's going on organ, but it's actually that, just for the first chord. So it's 7th on the D, but 6th on the G. Then you go up to a B minor little double stop shape, which is 9 on the D and 7 on the G. So then up a half step with your ring finger to 10, and then 9 on the G. So it's the same shape as the first one. And you can add that. And now you have it. And then you can put the overdrive on and go into this minor. Whoops. little Freebird tastes.
Touch of Metallica.
That's right, I did do that. Oh, was that would me playing that little bit of Metallica, is that trolling? Am I trolling?
Were you reading the comments?
No.
Then you're not.
No, oh, you mean they were saying it before I even played it?
No, people always.
Well,
Like Metallica's.
Yeah. Well, the reason I was even playing that is because I actually, the last week or so, I've been working on the entire Fade to Black song. The intro solo, the finger picking part.
Isn't that one? Didn't you do one?
For a second, I did, but they're very similar.
Oh.
They're in the same key and everything. Anyway, the whole thing will be coming out in the next week or two. So I finished that. You rock, thank you. Engineer Corner in Canada, Trisha Hirschman, hello. Emil Nicolasen, Andrew Martin, Poofy, Shake Your Guitar Tutorials, Play Motley.
Do you know any Black Crowes?
Yeah, love Black Crowes.
We also got Marshall Tucker Band.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can't You See?
Can't You
Is that a big
See?
song, or is that the big song?
Marshall Tucker Band?
I think
Yeah, Can't You See? That's definitely the big one. But the Black Crowes did a lot of Keith Richards tunings. A lot. I mean, they're more even Stone sounding.
Richie Robinson was.
Rich Robinson, yeah. Let's see, something like. That was it. It was coming back to me. It was a little rusty. Sorry, I apologize.
Definitely Southern rock.
Definitely Southern rock. An awesome band, actually. I love the Black Crowes. I will say I like the Black Crowes more than Chris Robinson's Brotherhood. No disrespect. I like what Chris Robinson Brotherhood does, but I like the Black Crowes more. Sorry. Although, actually, Chris Robinson does a Black Crowes show a few times a year as the crow flies with great musicians. So,
Oh, really?
yeah,
didn't
with
know
Marcus King on guitar. Yeah.
Does all catalog.
It's like it's a Black Crow show, yeah.
Ooh, we
but
got
without
Black
his
Crowes
brother.
Panic.
Ooh.
Jam band. Southern rock.
I did a wide.
Jam Southern rock.
Yeah, so I did a widespread lesson. I remember I have a good friend from Memphis, Bob Bain, shout out. And he was like, when are you going to do a widespread lesson? When are you going to do a widespread lesson? You never do a widespread lesson. And so I finally did it.
They're definitely Southern jam rock.
They are, yeah. Because they're from the South.
And they have that.
They have that sound, but they're from the South. They are.
They're from Georgia too?
Well, they're probably from different parts, but I think Jimmy Herring, well, he's not the original guitar player, but he's from Georgia, yeah. Anyway, highway song, nice. Now they're shouting out, widespread. ZZ Top, can't go wrong with ZZ Top. All right, so a few shout outs, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But real quick, you guys, the promo code Tasty Zone, all caps, you'll get 30% off the Tasty Zone bundle here at Marty Music or martymusic.com. The Tasty Zone bundle, 30% off, all caps, Tasty Zone checkout code. September 30th, I'm playing in New York at the Iridium. Tickets go on sale Tuesday, so I really hope to meet a bunch of you there. And I think those are the two main plugs. There's a white piece of paper over there, Brian. What does it say on there?
Tasty Zone, September 30th, Freebird, Sweet Home, Waste and Time, Whippin' Post.
Okay, so I did pretty much cover it all. Okay, quick shout outs. Sean Vieira, Shaker Guitar Tutorials, Chris Crawford, Big Boy Blues, Fox MCP, Hype, Big Boy Blues, shout out. Jamie Gregg, Hyper Squad, Sean Vieira again, Bam, Mosey, Steve S., James Hammond, Chris Crawford, Hyper Squad, we are Hyper Squad, the squad that is hyper, Teshipa Mahono, Josh Norco, what's up, dude? Thank you, Josh, appreciate it. Fox MCP, Sam Rafferty, what's up, dude? Hard Luck 1995, Ozzy Farrow, Tucker says Black Crows rule. I agree. David Ashcroft in the UK. Shabazz, Franklin Souza, Checo, Saru, Franz Buchwaltz in Amsterdam. Fat, Bass Wipe, NC, yo. Showman Blues, Hayden Maggard, Braden Berglund, Gavin the White, Edward Stills, Hazy Abyss 07, Luke P, Ty Peterson, Dwayne Paul, Shorman Blues, Niller's Band, Sala, Simon, Gary, Showman, Hyper, Billy, Casey, DM Down, John Nielsen, Jamie Gregg, Saru, Glenn Hallworth, Leah Mattias, RFD Marshy, Martin Agner, Ishan Shabazz, Gary Schultz, Salah Edin, Bam, Ty, Kieran, Lincoln Johnson, Tucker, Albert, Gavin, Salyan, Surfbee, what's up? Fish Tacos, Danny Dragojevic, Brian McGeary, Hype. Oh, hello, Hype. Gabriel Alonso, Philip Hernandez, Vivodchek, H. Paranoid L. Guitars Grandpa. What's up, Grandpa? Solomon Yim. N. All right. Dwayne Paul, Christian F. Rarted. Thank you. Ben Stolly. Sharon. Guitario. Lucas. Grumpy Old Man. You should get together with Grandpa and start jamming. Anyway, thanks again, you guys. I'm going to tune out 1 o'clock next week, so I don't know how many hours that is, but exact same time next week, 1 o'clock. Thanks to Brian for helping me out and moderating, I guess is what you would call it.
That's correct.
Hanging out. Fish tacos. Here, grab that.
There was one person trying to convince all through the stream that Pantera is a Southern rock band.
I think
They're from Texas.
Texas,
apparently.
yeah.
They're not Southern rock.
Southern metal? I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I get the argument. But no! You have failed. You have failed me for the last time.
Is that the Dimebag Darrell band?
Yeah.